Good morning, students. Now we are starting next topic, that is financial statements of companies. We know how to prepare financial statements. Financial statements are summarized statements of accounting data which provides information about the profitability and financial position of a business concern. They are historical documents which shows the organized summary of detailed information of or about the financial performance of the company. In 11th and 12th, we were prepared trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. And now in company accounts, we have to prepare income statement and balance sheet. Income statement refers to trading and profit and loss account, and balance sheet means the statement prepared of assets and liabilities and owner's capital, etc. These are the end products of the accounting process. सगळ्या अकाउंटिंग प्रोसेस पूर्ण झाल्यानंतर वर्षाच्या शेवटी फायनान्शियल स्टेटमेंट्स तयार केली जातात, म्हणून त्याला एंड प्रोडक्ट्स असं म्हणतात. As I have explained, they provide profitability position and overall financial position of the company. See in this given information, as per section 2 subsection 40 of the Companies Act 2013, financial statements in relation to a company includes the following. First, a balance sheet as at the end of the financial year, means as on 31st March. A statement of profit and loss for the financial year, which is also known as income statement. That is statement of revenue from operations, other incomes and expenses during the given accounting period. Okay, it shows the financial performance of the company. Third, cash flow statement for the financial year. It shows cash inflows and cash outflows. म्हणजे कॅश इनफ्लोज म्हणजे कॅश धंद्यात किती आलेली आहे आणि त्याचा आउटफ्लो कसा झालेला आहे कॅशचा, हे कॅश फ्लो स्टेटमेंटमध्ये बघायला मिळतं आपल्याला. देन फोर्थ, स्टेटमेंट ऑफ चेंजेस इन इक्विटी. अँड फिफ्थ, एक्सप्लेनेटरी नोट्स. One person company, small company or dormant company are exempted from preparing cash flow statement with their financial statements. Now we have to prepare balance sheet, income statement, that is statement of profit and loss, and cash flow statement also from today onwards. As we know, as per Companies Act, all companies are required to have a uniform financial year, that is from 1st April to 31st March. And only companies which are holding or subsidiary of foreign companies may follow different financial year for the purpose of consolidation of its accounts outside India. Okay, म्हणजे फॉरेन कंपनीच्या होल्डिंग कंपनीज किंवा सबसिडरी कंपनीज ज्या असतील इंडियामध्ये काम करणाऱ्या, त्या दुसरं फायनान्शियल इयर फॉलो करू शकतात. बट इन इंडिया ऑल कंपनीज आर, इट इज मॅन्डेटरी फॉर द कंपनीज टू फॉलो द फायनान्शियल इयर ऑफ 1st April to 31st March. Okay, on this topic we have to solve one mark questions on this theory, so you have to learn this theory properly. Now, objectives of preparing financial statements. As we know, financial statements are statements of accounting data which gives us information about profitability and financial position of the company. There are 2-3 objectives. 2 objectives are given here. To present a true and fair view of the financial performance of the business, and to present a true and fair view of financial position that is assets, equity and liabilities of the business. Apart from that, third objective will be to provide information about the cash flows of an enterprise or a company from operating activities, investing activities and financing activities, and information about net change in cash and cash equivalents. So you have to add this third objective in your notes. Understood? बिझनेसला प्रॉफिट किंवा लॉस काय झाला याचा ट्रू आणि फेअर व्ह्यू प्रेझेंट करणं. ॲट द इयर एंड बिझनेसची फायनान्शियल पोझिशन इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ॲसेट्स, इक्विटी दॅट इज कॅपिटल, शेअर कॅपिटल अँड लायबिलिटीज याचा ट्रू आणि फेअर व्ह्यू दाखवायचा आहे. आणि त्याचबरोबर इन्फॉर्मेशन ऑफ कॅश फ्लोज, कॅश इनफ्लोज अँड आउटफ्लोज कसे झालेले आहेत ड्यू टू ऑपरेटिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज, इन्व्हेस्टिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज अँड फायनान्सिंग ॲक्टिव्हिटीज अँड नेट चेंज इन कॅश अँड कॅश इक्विव्हलंट्स दाखवायचे आहेत आपल्याला. असे 3 ऑब्जेक्टिव्ज आहेत ज्याच्यासाठी फायनान्शियल स्टेटमेंट्स प्रिपेअर केली जातात. नाव कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ फायनान्शियल स्टेटमेंट्स. Financial statements are related to a past period, so they are historical असं म्हटलेलं आहे and hence they are historical documents. Secondly, they are expressed in terms of money. Thirdly, financial statements show profitability through statement of profit and loss and financial position through balance sheet prepared by the enterprise. These are the characteristics of financial statements overall. The users of financial statements must satisfy from this information. Okay? Users include investors, employees, lenders, suppliers, creditors, customers, government and their agencies and public. Now the characteristics of balance sheet. It portrays the relationship between equity and liabilities and assets. Total of equity and liability side is always equal to asset side. This is just like our old type balance sheet. Balance sheet is prepared on a particular date and not for a period. It is true only for the date on which it is prepared, because even a single transaction would cause a change in assets and liabilities. We have studied accounting equation concept in 11th. We all know that by every transaction there will be change in assets and liabilities. So balance sheet is always prepared on a particular date. So balance sheet will be as on 31st March 2018, 2019, etc. It shows the financial position of the business according to the going concern concept. In going concern concept, it is assumed that business shall continue for an indefinite period. So all the business transactions are always recorded from this point of view. Okay? So it is assumed that there is neither any intention nor any necessity to close down the business. So by following this concept, this financial position will be shown in the balance sheet. It is not based on absolute facts, but it is influenced by accounting assumptions and personal judgments. We have studied all the accounting assumptions, that is going concern assumption, consistency, etc. All these accounting assumptions are followed while preparing the balance sheet, and the balance sheet is always influenced by personal judgments of the staff. Okay? Now characteristics of statement of profit and loss. First, it matches the revenue and expenses of an enterprise for a particular period in order to determine the profit earned and loss suffered during the period. Here they follow matching concept. Okay? एका पर्टिक्युलर पिरियडमधले म्हणजे फ्रॉम 1 एप्रिल टू 31 मार्च रेव्हेन्यू अर्न्ड अँड एक्सपेन्सेस इन्कर्ड यांचा विचार करून प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस स्टेटमेंट तयार केलं जातं. इट इज प्रिपेअर्ड फॉर अ पर्टिक्युलर period that is from 1st April to 31st March and not on a particular date. So the heading will be profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March, that is from 1st April to 31st March. And third, it is prepared for a past period and hence it is a historical documents. झालेल्या वर्षासाठीच्या एक्सपेन्सेस इन्कम्समधूनचा विचार करून हे तयार केलं जातं, म्हणून त्याला हिस्टॉरिकल डॉक्युमेंट असं म्हणतात. नाव नीड ऑफ फायनान्शियल स्टेटमेंट्स. फायनान्शियल स्टेटमेंटचं पहिलं आहे नेचर ऑफ फायनान्शियल स्टेटमेंट अँड नीड. These are recorded facts, means the data used while preparing financial statements is historical. म्हणजे वर्ष चालू असताना वर्षभर जे ट्रान्झॅक्शन्स होतात त्याच्यामध्ये जे एक्सपेन्सेस येतात, जे इन्कम्स मिळतात की म्हणजे रेव्हेन्यू अर्न होतो, cash in and cash at bank figures, all assets figures etc. are used and recorded from those transactions with the help of journal, ledger and various subsidiary books, and from that these financial statements are prepared. So these all are recorded facts. Secondly, accounting convention. There are certain accounting principles we have studied in 11th. While preparing financial statements, they always follow these accounting principle, conventions, etc. Here one example is given. Example of principle of conservatism. We all know this principle. According to this principle, all prospective losses should be recorded, but all anticipated profits should be ignored. Due to this principle, provision is made for all the known liabilities and losses and expected future losses, but anticipated losses or profits are always ignored. Okay, so while preparing financial statements, they follow accounting principles like full disclosure principle, materiality principle, conservatism principle, matching principle, etc. Similarly, other principles also. Personal judgments. Accounting फायनान्शियल स्टेटमेंट्स प्रिपेअर करताना सगळी प्रिन्सिपल्स फॉलो केली जातात, बट पर्सनल जजमेंट प्लेज ए व्हेरी प्रॉमिनंट रोल in accounting. For example, the accountant has to decide whether the asset is to be depreciated on straight line method or written down value method, or some any other method should be used. He has to apply his personal judgment while deciding the valuation of inventory. He has to decide whether to follow first in first out method or last in last out method. These are inventory methods, etc. Or they can follow average cost method also. In this way, personal judgment is very important while preparing financial statements, but they have to follow the accounting principles while preparing these statements. Okay, now we will discuss format of balance sheet. that is how to prepare balance sheet in company accounts. Balance sheet and statement of profit and loss of a company must be prepared as per the format given in the schedule 3rd. And schedule 3rd does not offer us any horizontal format as we have studied before. The new vertical format is given here. See the format. First we have to write name of the company and balance sheet as at 31st March whatever. There are 4 columns: particulars, note number, figures of the current reporting period and figures of the previous reporting period. म्हणजे चालू वर्षाच्या फिगर्स आणि मागच्या वर्षाच्या फिगर्स अशा दोन्ही बॅलन्स शीटमध्ये दिल्या जातात. आपल्याला लिहिताना फक्त चालू वर्षाच्या फिगर्सच लिहायचे आहेत, पण दिस इज द ऑथेंटिक फॉर्मॅट ॲज पर कंपनीज ॲक्ट. देर आर 2 पार्ट्स इन दिस फॉर्मॅट and 4 columns. In particulars we will write heading in note number. बॅलन्स शीटमध्ये जे प्रत्येक हेडिंग आहे त्या हेडिंगमध्ये जे जे काही येतं त्याची वेगळी नोट तयार केली जाते, त्याला नोट्स टू अकाउंट्स असं म्हणतात. आपण त्या नोट्स टू अकाउंट्सचा नंतर स्टडी करणार आहोत. फॉर एक्झाम्पल इथे बघा, फर्स्ट हेडिंग इज इक्विटी अँड लायबिलिटीज. इन दॅट फर्स्ट शेअर होल्डर्स फंड and there is a sub point A, share capital. Note number is given there. Share capital ही notes to accounts मध्ये प्रिपेअर केली जाते. त्याच्यामध्ये शेअर कॅपिटलमध्ये असणारे ऑथोराइज कॅपिटल, इश्यू कॅपिटल, सबस्क्राईब कॅपिटल या सगळ्या गोष्टी इन डिटेल लिहिल्या जातात. मीन्स डॅश शेअर्स ऑफ रुपीज डॅश इच एटसेट्रा. त्याचप्रमाणे कॉल्स इन ॲरियस, अनपेड कॉल्स असं काही असेल तर ते लिहिलं जातं आणि फायनल अमाऊंट काढली जाते. अँड दॅट फायनल अमाऊंट विल बी, वी हॅव टू राईट दॅट फायनल अमाऊंट इन दिस बॅलन्स शीट. आणि तो नोट नंबर इथे शेअर कॅपिटलच्या समोर लिहिला जातो. म्हणजे शेअर कॅपिटलचे डिटेल्स बघायचे असतील तर आपल्याला नोटचा अभ्यास करावा लागतो. कळतं आहे? सो इन दिस वे नोट नंबरमध्ये त्या हेडिंगच्या नोटचा नंबर लिहिलेला असतो. करंट रिपोर्टिंग पिरियडच्या फिगर्स आणि नंतर लास्ट कॉलममध्ये प्रिव्हियस रिपोर्टिंग इयरच्या फिगर्स लिहिल्या जातात. इक्विटी अँड लायबिलिटीजमध्ये फर्स्ट पॉईंट आहे शेअर होल्डर्स फंड. देर आर 3 सब पॉईंट: शेअर कॅपिटल, रिझर्व अँड सरप्लस अँड मनी रिसिव्ड अगेन्स्ट शेअर वॉरंट. फ्रॉम दॅट मनी रिसिव्ड अगेन्स्ट शेअर वॉरंट इज exempted from our syllabus, which this item will not be examined in the board exam. So that item is not important from our point of view. Second heading is share application money pending allotment. This is also exempted, not included in our syllabus. Third point is non-current liabilities. In that heading, long-term borrowings, deferred tax liabilities, other long-term liabilities and long-term provisions असे 4 आयटम्स येतील. त्यापैकी deferred tax liabilities is not included in our syllabus. And fourth point is current liabilities. In current liabilities, short-term borrowings, trade payables. ट्रेड पेबल्समध्ये बिल्स पेबल आणि सन्ड्री क्रेडिटर्स इन्क्लूड होतात. प्रत्येक हेडिंगमध्ये काय इन्क्लूड होतं दॅट वी विल डिस्कस आफ्टरवर्ड्स. C is other current liabilities and D is short-term provisions. And then we have to add all these equity and liabilities, and total equity and liabilities will be there. This is the first part of the balance sheet, and second part is of assets. And total of first part should tally with total of second part. Now, in assets part, there are 2 main headings, that is non-current assets and current assets. All assets shall be classified as current when they are expected to be realized within 12 months, that is within a year. All other assets shall be classified as non-current. Non-current assets म्हणजे 12 महिन्यापेक्षा जास्त काळासाठी असणारे assets, and current assets means which are expected to be realized within 12 months. Understood? So there are two parts, non-current assets and current assets. First, non-current assets. In that, A, fixed assets. There are four subpoints: tangible assets, intangible assets, third, capital work in progress, and fourth, intangible assets under development. From these 4 points, third and fourth point are not included in our syllabus. So from our point of view, tangible assets and intangible assets, these points are important. B, non-current investments. C, deferred tax assets net. This point is also exempted. Long-term loans and advances, other non-current assets. These points will be there. Second, current assets. And subpoints are current investments, inventories, that is stocks, trade receivables, that is bills receivable and sundry debtors, cash and cash equivalents, short-term loans and advances, and other current assets. And then we have to make the total. And total of equity and liabilities must tally with total of balance sheet. Understood? Now let's study the format of statement of profit and loss. As per revised syllabus, major headings and subheadings of balance sheet and statement of profit and loss are part of syllabus for board exam. So we have to solve the problems on major headings and subheadings of balance sheet as well as statement of profit and loss. Okay. Format of statement of profit and loss is given here. It is included in part 2nd of schedule 3rd of the Companies Act 2013. This format is also vertical format. See here, specimen of statement of profit and loss. First we have to write name of the company as usual, and then statement of profit and loss for the year ended 31st March, whatever the year may be. Just like balance sheet, there are 4 columns, particulars for headings, note number काय असतं मी तुम्हाला सांगितलंय, figures for the current reporting period and figures for the previous reporting period. Okay. First point is revenue from operations. Revenue from operations means revenue earned from business activities by the company. Main point in revenue from operations is sales less returns. Okay, that is revenue received from sale of goods, revenue received from sale of services, etc. less returns. These items will be included in revenue from operations. आणि ही जी डिटेल्स मी सांगितली म्हणजे सेल्स लेस रिटर्न्स हे सगळं नोटमध्ये केलं जातं आणि फायनल उत्तर सेल्स समजा 1,20,000 असेल, लेस रिटर्न्स 20,000, देन नेट सेल्स विल बी 1 lakh. सो इथे रेव्हेन्यू फ्रॉम ऑपरेशन समोर 1 lakh लिहिलं जातं आणि नोट नंबर लिहिली जाते. अंडरस्टूड? नाव द सेकंड पॉईंट इज अदर इन्कम. Other income is the revenue that is not earned from the business activities, that is not earned from selling goods or selling services. For example, interest income, dividend income, or profit from sale of investment or profit from sale of asset, etc. Similarly, rent received, discount received, etc. also, or refund of income tax. These all items are included in other income. And then total of first and second point, that is total revenue of the company. Fourth part is expenses. See the fourth part. There are various expenses given. First point is cost of material consumed. It means cost of raw material and other materials consumed in the manufacturing process of the goods. It will be calculated as cost of material consumed is equal to opening inventory, that is opening stock of material plus purchases of material minus closing stock of material. In this way we can calculate cost of material consumed, which will be given in the problem. Okay. Then second point is purchase of stock in trade. It means goods purchased for reselling. Third point is changes in inventories. Here we will write difference between opening inventory less closing inventory of goods. That is, it will be in case of finished goods, work in progress, or other things. Understood? Then employee benefit expenses. Employee benefit expenses includes items related to employees, that is salaries, wages, bonus, contribution to provident fund, staff welfare expenses, etc. Finance cost, it includes costs related to finance, that is interest paid on loans, interest paid on overdrafts, interest paid on debentures or public deposits, etc., or commission charges, loan processing charges, etc. Understood? Now the next item is depreciation and amortization expenses. We have studied both the concepts in 11th. Depreciation means reduction in the value of tangible fixed assets, and amortization is reduction in the cost of intangible fixed assets. So depreciation म्हणजे depreciation on fixed assets like plant and machinery, furniture, or land and building, etc. And in amortization there will be goodwill written off, patents written off, etc. Okay? And next and last point in expenses is other expenses. It includes all the expenses incurred by the company while running the business, such as carriage, freight, manufacturing expenses, rent, insurance, discount, commission, bad debts, bank charges, office expenses, loss on sale of fixed assets, directors' fees, audit fees, conveyance expenses, traveling charges, टेलिफोन एक्सपेन्सेस, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी एक्सपेन्सेस, एट्सेट्रा. म्हणजे सगळे प्रकारचे खर्च आपण जे प्रॉफिट अँड लॉस अकाउंटमध्ये लिहितो ते सगळे खर्च अदर एक्सपेन्सेसमध्ये येतात, अदर दॅन द एम्प्लॉई बेनिफिट एक्सपेन्सेस अँड फायनान्स कॉस्ट अँड डेप्रिसिएशन्स, एट्सेट्रा. हे वरचे जे दिलेले आहेत ते सोडूनचे इतर सगळे खर्च अदर एक्सपेन्सेसमध्ये येतात. Then we will add all the expenses and we will calculate total expenses, and then next point will be profit before tax. By deducting total expenses from total revenue, we will get profit before tax. आता या फॉर्मॅटमध्ये पुढे बऱ्याच गोष्टी तुम्हाला दिलेल्या दिसत आहेत, but all these items are not necessary for your syllabus, but this is an official format. हे सी ए फाउंडेशनसाठी ऑफिशियल फॉर्मॅट इम्पॉर्टंट असू शकतं, बट बोर्ड सिलेबससाठी टोटल रेव्हेन्यूमधून टोटल एक्सपेन्सेस लेस केल्यानंतर प्रॉफिट बिफोर टॅक्स येईल. देन आफ्टरवर्ड्स वी हॅव टू राईट टॅक्स, दॅट इज टॅक्स एक्सपेन्सेस, अँड देन फायनल पॉईंट विल बी प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टॅक्स फॉर द पिरियड. ओके, बाकी सगळं काही लिहिण्याची आपल्याला गरज नाही. सो मी इथे तुम्हाला फॉर्मॅट दिलं आहे, सेम फॉर्मॅट आहे, फक्त तुम्हाला या पद्धतीने लिहायचं आहे. टोटल एक्सपेन्सेस टोटल रेव्हेन्यूमधून लेस केल्यावर येईल प्रॉफिट बिफोर टॅक्स, मग टॅक्स किती आहे तो येईल, आणि टॅक्स डिडक्ट केला प्रॉफिट बिफोर टॅक्समधून की वी विल गेट प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टॅक्स. दिस विल बी फॉर्मॅट इम्पॉर्टंट फॉर यू. अंडरस्टूड? So today we have studied two formats, that is format of balance sheet as per Companies Act 2013 and format of statement of profit and loss, that is income statement. Now you have to learn all these formats and prepare your own notes in your notebooks, because these notes are important for 1 marks. 1 mark questions will be asked on all these notes. आणि आपल्याला सब हेड्स अँड मेजर हेड्सचे प्रॉब्लेम सॉल्व करायचे आहेत. त्याच्यातसुद्धा कोणत्या हेडिंगमध्ये काय येतं हे कळणं इम्पॉर्टंट आहे. त्याच्यासाठी सुद्धा आधी या नोट्स गरजेच्या आहेत. फायनान्शियल स्टेटमेंट्सचे ऑब्जेक्टिव्ज, कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक्स एक्झाममध्ये 3 मार्क क्वेश्चनला सुद्धा विचारले जातात. त्यामुळे तुम्ही या सगळ्या नोट्स व्यवस्थित प्रिपेअर करणं गरजेचं आहे. ओके. टुमॉरो वी विल स्टडी notes to accounts, means how to prepare or how to understand the notes to accounts prepared for the purpose of preparing balance sheet and income statement. Okay, that's all for today.